Bollywood is famous for its vibrant, perfectly choreographed dance numbers. But one of the industry's most sought-after filming locations swaps the bright lights for a dark, charred, and totally abandoned industrial corridor. This is the Mukesh Mills compound. It spans 10 acres in South Mumbai. Directors constantly fight to secure this spot because its massive, decaying architecture provides a gritty aesthetic you simply cannot build on a soundstage. But the crews forced to work here actively dreaded. The terror among the workers is so severe that it created an absolute, non-negotiable production rule. No one is allowed to shoot here after the sun goes down. Even Bollywood veterans are rattled by the environment. Superstar Amitabh Bachchan wrote specifically about his time filming in the large halls, noting that the scattered, rusted machinery and eerie interiors created a perfectly dark, scary setting that felt completely abandoned. So we have to ask a straightforward question. Are the intense, horrifying experiences reported by this film cruise the result of a genuine haunting from a tragic past? Or is the human brain simply collapsing under the psychological weight of intense industrial decay? Mukesh Mills opened in the 1870s, right on the Colaba coast. Because it sat directly on the Arabian Sea, it operated private docks to load and unload cargo, growing into a massive, densely packed textile hub filled with heavy iron machinery. That industrial boom ended violently in 1982. A catastrophic fire tore through the factory floor, trapping and killing over 100 workers. The heat was so intense it warped the iron looms, and the compound was permanently abandoned, frozen exactly as it was the night it burned. Decades later, actress Bipasha Basu was isolated in one of these burnt corridors to shoot a solo scene. She reported feeling an invisible physical force completely stopping her from stepping forward and delivering her lines. The production team had to pull her off the set and administer holy water to calm her down. They even brought in a priest to bless the site the next day, but that priest immediately suffered an accident, forcing the crew to abandon the location entirely. During a separate television shoot, actress Kamya Panjabi watched a female crew member suddenly drop to the ground. The woman's face contorted, and she began shouting in a raspy, masculine voice, aggressively demanding that the crew get out of their territory. These stories caught the attention of paranormal investigator Gaurav Tiwari. While scanning the site, his team documented a phantom orange glow resembling fire. Moments later, a team member began choking, and according to Tiwari, was temporarily replaced by a hostile entity. When you stack up these specific, repeated accounts of physical interference and apparent possessions from entirely different productions, it is easy to see how Mukesh Mills earned its title as the most cursed filming environment in India. But if we step back and look at the physical environment itself, a different pattern emerges. A burnt, unmaintained industrial structure rotting on the coast comes with its own set of scientific hazards. Film crews constantly report their lights flickering and cameras failing. This happens because the compound is battered by damp, salty air from the Arabian Sea. That high salinity moisture rapidly corrodes exposed wiring, practically guaranteeing electrical shorts on sensitive filmmaking equipment. Then there is the auditory evidence. When high-speed sea winds whip through the broken pipes, hollowed drive belts, and rusted cavities of the textile machinery, they create a phenomenon known as acoustic resonance. The metal structures act like giant flutes, producing low-frequency hums that sound exactly like disembodied human groans. Combine those sounds and failing lights with a crew working a grueling night shoot. Navigating pitch-black, structurally unsound corridors filled with residual toxic ash is the textbook definition of environmental psychology. a situation where a hostile physical space naturally triggers extreme irrational paranoia. This environment acts as a massive psychological pressure cooker. For an exhausted human brain operating in the dark, it becomes biologically impossible to distinguish the threat of a collapsing roof from the threat of an angry ghost. The body reacts with pure terror either way. Knowing these physical risks, film productions still book the location. But to survive the shoot, directors enforce a strict set of behavioral rules on their crews, treating the superstition as a matter of workplace safety. The most rigid rule is an absolute ban on lighting matches or starting fires anywhere on the property. This is driven by a deep psychological fear that fire will trigger the residual trauma of the workers who burned to death in 1982. The diagram maps the quarantine. Productions stay in blue safe zones. A red boundary marks a forbidden wall. Ritesh Deshmukh was instructed never to cross it. The map also highlights the cursed chimney. Fardeen Khan offered a cash bounty to approach it. Nobody took it. Of course, we also have to factor in the economics of Bollywood. Renting Mukesh Mills is incredibly expensive. Producers know that if their cast reports a terrifying experience on set, the media will cover it, effectively turning the location's haunted reputation into free marketing for the film. Whether the failing lights and terrifying voices are caused by the acoustic physics of the sea, clever PR manipulation, or the actual restless spirits of 100 trapped workers, the end result is exactly the same. The fear you feel inside the Mukesh Mills is completely real, because the walls themselves are a decaying monument to actual human tragedy.
Please give the video a thumbs up, subscribe to stay in the loop, and share it with friends who'd enjoy it. It only takes a moment, but it helps the channel create more exciting content.